Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the Amazing Super Chris. Thank you for joining me today, Chris Mallard. My co-host, Rion, is joining me. She's hiding in the back doing the thing at the place, sinning or something, how atheists are. And we're going to be talking about some very interesting things. Imagine, if you will, in your mind's eye, that the rapture was happening. What would you wear? Now, there's a lot of people in the chat that I've seen, a lot of people in the comments of the question of the day saying clearly they would want to be nude. I'm okay. All right. So that makes sense for, I guess, a lot of people would want to have their willy hanging out whenever they meet the Holy One, the Lord.
Look how big my balls are, Jesus.
That's right. It's like, thank you for this. Thank you. Thank you. I've taken this everywhere. I have put this thing in places I wouldn't put my fingers.
What was Adam and Eve so embarrassed about?
Je ne sais pas. All right, we're going to talk about that. Well, I'm going to play our goat candle, and we'll be back. Let's go there.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh, no. The Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires 500 snow, light a candle or you're going to hell.
Seconds. Here we go. We are back. All right. I'm going to bring Rion on. She's no longer just a disembodied voice.
Right.
Good morning. How are you doing? Good morning, Rion.
I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Chilling. It's been a little rainy here, but
It has.
the trees, the flowers are loving it, so that's okay.
It's okay. Do you get all sweaty?
Oh man, like when I walk Pickles and we hustle, because I try to walk fast paced to really, get a workout in. And I just when I come back, my husband will touch me and I'm like, don't, you can't touch me yet. I'm still boiling. My blood is boiling. Yeah. I just need 5 minutes. And I'm not mean.
Really?
He just knows. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying, please.
Oh yeah.
And he's hot. He's got big mitts. Yeah, he's got lots of body hair. His temperature run cold, but when he touches me, it just feels like electricity, frying me.
Big ape hands.
Ape hands, yeah. Just how I like it.
Well, you got to drink a lot of that. Water. That's what it's called.
Oh,
water.
that stuff.
You got to drink some of that stuff.
Before.
Yes, fish pee in that. I'm just saying. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Maybe that's all water is. It's just fish pee.
We'll have to look that up. I guess it's somebody's pee.
Well, honestly, the amount of people that pee in it and the amount of sewage that goes into it.
Yeah. Boy, this just took a turn. That's a very fancy outfit you got there.
Is it?
Dig it. Yeah, that's cool.
I made it. It's just it's actually reversible. So the other side has another pattern. Yeah.
Very good. So when it starts to stank, you just turn it inside out.
Exactly. If I get a spillage, wash it, please. I conserve water.
Good thoughts. Good morning, everyone. Roberto Rodriguez Rios is here. Manos de Oso. That's right. Bare hands. Good morning. Look at the trees. Hard determinist. OB Atheist. Austin Sims is here. Good morning. It's the same here. Ryan, humid, hot, and rainy, says OB Atheist. Austin Sims says, can anyone here name the 4 main biomoleculars without looking it up?
Man.
No. And I just knew that.
I know what a biomolecule is, god damn it.
Now what I think was
of.
Do you know what's going on here? He's trying to trick us. He's in a class somewhere finishing up something. He's trying to have us give him the answers. We're not gonna fall for it. Not gonna fall for it.
I see.
Slacker Grande.
You're gonna have to chat GPT that yourself.
That's right. Al Pacino. Good morning, Al.
What's his name?
That's a cool name. Alpha Chino. That's a good name. Can you name 4 different kinds of cock without looking it up? I'm talking about roosters. What else would you be talking about? I understand why they would think that, though. Have you seen the resemblance is amazing. The Shaken Fist, good morning.
Good.
Thank you for joining us. Deviant Outcast is here. Good morning, all you fine-looking sinners. I think you're talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're 2 for 2, says the Shaken Fist, or Austin Sims. Neuro Geezer is here. No need for TPT. Duck, go worked just fine. Right. Don't make me Google that shit. You Google it yourself.
Ask Jeeves, bitch.
My ear holes. For some reason. Them out, putting them back in, blessing them, praying over them. Jedi mind trick. You will now work. Can I hear you? Right?
Do it. You can hear me?
Look at that. It worked.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Atheist prayers do work. See? Hard determinacy was about to drop. You got a pretty mouth. HR.
Pretty mouth.
I can say it to Austin Sims.
Yes, that's appropriate.
Yes, that's appropriate. Saying it to your co-hosts, gets concerning. HR's on the phone again. Damn it,
right.
HR's on the phone. Hi, Sadie. Where's my Sadie? There's my camera operator. Good morning, Sadie. Come on, say hi to everybody. We're saying hi. It's Wednesday. We're slacking. We're just goofing off here on the stream. There's our camera operator.
Oh,
I know.
She's a little baby.
I know. She's like, is that coffee Papa's been drinking? I know. Yes, I did. Was breakfast tasty and delicious? Oh, it was.
Oh.
And it had the chunks. It did have, I love it in the chunks. I know. Mama's a really good chunk, a good feeder. Okay. All right. Thank you for the snuggles. I think you didn't want to snuggle. You just wanted to rub an eye booger on me. Thank you. Sir. You want to come up here with Mama? Okay, come on. I'll let you sit up here for a while. Sapien Cephalopod is here. Good morning, Sapien Cephalopod. Says, just subcontract your HR to the Catholics. You'll be fine. So true.
Not wrong.
Probably expensive, though. I'm just saying. I'm just guessing. But, they got all the mechanisms in place. It really shouldn't take much effort on their part. Oh,
just cost your soul. No big deal.
True. I wasn't using it anyway.
Who needs it?
Leave it in the closet most of the time. I don't want to get it dirty. It's so hard and expensive to dry clean. Henry Mars is here. Good morning, Henry Mars. Hola, fam. Thank you for joining us. Adrian Belgrave says, Chris, question. I don't think I got your backstory. Before you start, what made you go from preaching the word to essentially being an atheist for Jesus? Well,
For Jesus.
That's a tough question. Yeah, I'll have to get back with you on that. I've been, a sinner most of my life. Sadie, I guess she's seeing herself.
Hard habit to break.
I know. I'm sorry. Don't be scared. The mean person on the screen, she won't. I know. No. Okay.
I think
you like
the
her.
question we're missing. The question is, the rapture is happening. What do you wear? I think we should be asking, who do we leave behind?
Who do we leave behind?
Who do we want to leave behind if we get to leave this planet and go somewhere better?
Okay, so we got an atheist. Ooh, maybe we should do a sci-fi Saturday just on that. An atheist rapture, which would be aliens coming and taking us away from these crazy religious nutbags,
right?
And letting us go on. Ooh, atheist rapture sci-fi Saturday. I liked it.
I think that would be a fun You know, who
Yes.
like do we keep is it Dawkins, the one that pissed people off, or Hitchens?
Do we keep Dawkins? Yeah, Dawkins. It was Dawkins.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Do we
saying?
keep
Like,
Dawkins?
we got to decide,
Do we let him on the boat?
do we let him on the boat? Or do we know
Yeah.
his ass? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wanted that.
Let
That's
that
an
motherfucker
excellent
drown.
question. Henry Marr says, I'm wearing all my gold watches and gold sneakers and gold necklace for the rapture. Can we still score in paradise? And maybe. Apparently they'll have all the gold you need. I'm just thinking. Alpha Shino says, I admire Chris's gumption. He wants to be an actor. He goes into acting. He wants to be a podcaster. He starts a podcast. What's not to love? The man's doing what he wants. Well, thank you for the yes. No, my wife makes me do it all. If it was up to me, I'd just be sitting in a corner crying, rocking back and forth. Any greatness from me comes from the evil one. I am possessed. She is possessed. Thank you very much for those kind words. I appreciate that. Hard Determinist, Chris's new book, The Revelation of Atheists. Oh, that's a good idea. I dig it. I'm picking up what you're putting down, people. I feel like Satan compels you to give me these ideas so I can then thusly steal them. That's how I feel about it.
But what you really need to ask for is more time from God, so you have the you have the ability to do all these great works.
That's true. Well, that's what I've been doing. I have been praying to the atheist God, which is aliens, to come down and save me and give me the medicine and science I need to let me live forever so I can therefore do all this wonderful magical stuff. I've also almost even stopped learning other languages just because I figured they'll give me a chip to put in my brain. I'm wasting my time.
I want my chip.
That's right. Where's my brain chip? I need my brain chip.
I need my brain chip.
They'll be like, okay, sir, step into this roaster.
I would be afraid of what they would do to us. I would not trust.
No, I'd be like, is there a brain chip on the other side of the roaster? Good morning, Chick Magnate. Thank you for joining us. Simply Secular Dave is here. And Derek Cruz, one of my faves. Dave, man. Derek is, I think, of a big, huge atheist sweetie. Just a big sweetie. You know, if you're not, hey, Ryan, I got you pinned in front of almost 50 people here. Why don't you do the Facebook thing? Are you like too good for us other old people? Are you like don't want anybody to know, or
I think I did create a secret Facebook. I just need to so I can like stalk and shit. I
see that. I see that in you. I see that. I've just had people ask me if you have a Facebook. Matter of fact, I was on the South African Atheist Republic show.
Yes, I'm so bad I missed that.
Well, it was a good show. It was interesting. I still hadn't even found out about the Derek thing. I had no idea what was going on at the time. Anyway, but she left a comment on one of your posts saying that so they still have blasphemy laws in South Africa.
Oh,
and she has done something wrong. The lady who interviewed me last week. She's done something wrong that upset them, and they have filed charges against her. And I think on the 16th she goes to court for blasphemy laws in South Africa. So I sent her a message this morning because I just noticed it this morning. She left a comment on one of your posts. No, it wasn't your post. It was one of somebody else's posts. But we were talking about it. She's like, send me a friend request. I think she was talking to you if you want to know more about it. Just the way the posts and all that was laid out. And I was like, Ryan doesn't have a Facebook. But maybe if we sweet talked her.
I need to put that on my list to.
There you go.
Because somebody has asked me. You're not the only person that's asked me. Other people have asked me to. So I need to do that.
And I just want to get another thing clear while we're at this. It was on my brain. I was like, okay, so I just want to confirm for everybody watching, because how do you say it? Ryan or Rion?
I say Ryan. Like Orion. Okay. Like
Orion.
It is that's kind of where it came from, the star Orion. Just take off the O.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite constellation. Gosh, for some reason I couldn't think of the word.
I had no idea that's where it came from. That's fantastic.
That's me up there with I'm the archer.
There you go. Thou art. Well, I mean, at least now, I mean, because I remember when I first met you, I could have swore I thought the same thing, Rion. And then I heard somebody else call you. And I remember you saying, well, it's a made up name, so it don't matter anyway, whatever. I thought, well, maybe I should just ask her and see.
Rion kind of
So
sounds
we've only
like
been working
Dijon.
together 6 months. What's that?
I said Rion kind of reminds me of Dijon. Sounds fancy, so.
It does. It does. But you are fancy.
I'm so fancy.
See, there you go.
Mhm.
Obi Atheist, Adrian Belgrave, really is here. Coffee arrives. Coffee arrives. Left-handed Jedi is here. Good morning, Left-handed Jedi. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a great week so far. Look at the trees is here. Hey, look at the trees. Look at the tree says I haven't been on Facebook since 2009. I had my Chris Mallard Facebook for a long time. Created my Daily Atheist Morning Show Facebook page. Then I created my Chris Black acting page or account. And I made that account a manager of the Daily Atheist Morning Show page, which was fortunate because shortly thereafter, YouTube killed my Chris Mallard page. Somebody reported me for something I said.
Oh, right.
But I tried to get it back, and there's like no chance in hell. And then like 2 years later, I don't know. I signed in and it worked, and it's been working ever since. So they forgave me. Mark forgave me.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that Chris Mallard account is no longer a manager of the Daily Atheist Morning Show page. I don't know how to do it. I got to go look it up. I haven't put the effort into doing the thing. But it's a big community kind of thing. It's another place outside of here where if, blah, blah, blah. Some people dig it. Yeah.
Exactly. I used to be the Facebook was pretty much the only thing I used. And then after I started using TikTok, I just kind of felt like it was just a different world. You see so many different kinds of things. I don't know. Facebook just felt like it wasn't me anymore. But it's probably because I still had all of I think the issue is because as I moved into TikTok, I was moving into my atheist self and moving away from like that Christian me who used to be on Facebook. So I just need to introduce my atheist self on Facebook, really.
There you go. Yeah. You're doing a great job. You dropped some videos. You're doing stuff. I just want to make sure that when you get a big, huge channel, don't forget to talk to us little guys.
Oh gosh, never. The plan is to bring everybody to the table with me. That's what I would fucking love. Build the goddamn table and then everybody gets a seat.
That's my plan. I'm going to bring everybody up with me. That way, whenever I fall for grace, I'll have some fall from grace. I'll have somebody couch.
You have the cult. You have your own cult to kind of like back you up. Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're just building the cult.
That's a good plan. I like plans. Man, we're all smart today. Look at that stuff. I'm going to check our poll and see how it's doing today. Our poll is, of course, the rapture is happening. What do you wear? That was the question. What's that? Yes. What do you wear? Do you wear something? Do you go scantily clad? I might go scant. A lot of people have chosen scantily clad for probably various reasons. I'm going to go here and share our poll. Okay, there it is. So I only have 3 options, and then choose one of these things. So greased anti-gravity athleisure. That way you can ascend super fast. Right? You're like, oh, it's happening at 9:00 this morning. Let me go get my greased anti-gravity athleisure on so God can suck me up and I can be up there first. That's good
because
thinking,
you might perspire a little bit. The fluctuating atmosphere and just, your emotions and whatnot. So you want something that wicks away the sweat.
That's a good point too. Yes. And you're going to want some solid mousse. I'm just thinking. Something in place.
Right. Yeah, I would suggest not like a gel, probably like a soft mousse would be better because then your hair will kind of flap in the wind. Because if it's just like helmeted back with the grease or something of that nature, just look a little weird. Unless you want aerodynamic, and then you should.
That's right.
Grease it back. Okay.
That's true. Depends on how fast God pulls you up through the air. Then you might have friction.
Right. Because it could just be one of those slow.
It could be. I mean, maybe God just doesn't like you that much. It could be like God sees me, he's like, get up here, you funny son of a bitch. And he kind of half melts me going through the atmosphere.
What if he yoinks you so hard he yoinks your skeleton out your body sack, out the meat sack?
That would suck. Fun to watch, I'm sure. I'm just guessing though.
Too hard, God, too hard.
Too hard. You sucked too hard. I've never said that in my life.
That is not something that would come out of my mouth.
Not generally, no. Dragons in Genesis podcast is here, so we can't be naughty anymore. We have to be nice. Good morning, Jason. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. We should get Jason on the show one of these mornings. Jason, do you have a free day maybe next week?
I want Jason.
You want Jason on the show? Yeah. You know what we could do? We could get Jason on the show, and I could let you interview him. Because like everybody that comes on the show, I get to do all the stuff.
Sure.
And we could let you do all the stuff. You could ask all the hard
tag
questions.
team or both. Yeah, for sure.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Good cop, bad cop. Good cop, bad cop.
That's how we could do it. I like that even more.
Nancy is here this morning. Good morning, Nancy. Raven Lunatic says, sucked out of my skin. Not again. That's why I'm here. Adrian question. Oh, there's more to the poll. I just want to say hi to Nancy. And before it forgets my mind, I'm glad you're here, Nancy. I hope you're watching. Let me get this off the screen just so we can do this. I want to say, Nancy, I understand that you and your husband were in Uranus this past weekend. And I appreciate you posting that to let everyone know. Would you, Ryan, like to see the photographs?
I want to see Uranus.
Not mine. No.
Oh.
No. They were, I mean, I'm just saying. It was hey. All right, fine. We'll call it the polyp show. Find the polyp. Pin the nose, pin the tail on the polyp.
Pin the biopsy on the polyp.
So here, I'm going to pin them. That's not funny. That's not funny shit right there.
Just close your eyes and try to dig up somebody's ass.
And like conservative politics. So we're going to share this screen. So like I said, Nancy and her husband were in Uranus. I guess you're Uranus.
I love it. Uranus.
Nancy,
I want to go to Uranus.
That's very interesting. Me and the evil one just this past week ate at Route 66 Diner here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We did. Uranus mission, home of the pirates. So that would be, if it's from Uranus, would those be the butt pirates? The booty pirates? Huh, interesting.
It feels like they did that on purpose.
I think so.
Yeah, that's definitely on purpose.
I think so. Yeah, that's a lot of words, many words and numbers combined. I'm going to move on. That's cool. But then there was just there's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Newsflash, says Dean Kruger. Nobody on this YouTube channel is going to heaven.
How dare you, Dean?
Thank you, Dean. Man, I was getting worried there for a minute. I was like, damn, I mean, I hadn't blasphemed in a while. What if I get sucked up in the rapture and I have to sit up there for a freaking eternity and go, your holy holiness, your holy holiness? That would suck. Have you not read the Bible? I know. I'd rather have like a root canal than have to go to heaven. No fear there, though. I don't think that's going to be a problem of mine. Adrian says, Nancy, wife and I celebrate 8 years. This congrats on 10 years. Wait. Did Nancy? Oh, it was your 10-year anniversary, so we decided to go to Uranus. That's interesting. It looks like you guys had a wonderful time. Fun for the whole family. Oh, my goodness. Let me go over here. And so let me see. I want to mention that it is the evil one and mine's 10th year anniversary.
Today?
No. Coming up this year.
Okay.
In July. July 4th, because we're patriots.
Oh.
God bless Trump. And Jesus.
You was getting married while the fireworks was going off.
That's right. We were. You sent me stuff.
I did.
You wanted to share those things.
Yeah, that's for after Theocracy Watch.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness. I noticed there's more than one.
Yeah, just a couple. You just
a
flash
couple.
them
Yeah,
up on the screen. Just some
no,
ideas
that's
I
super
had.
easy.
Yeah.
No, I dig it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. It's like you guys normally see the show with some of the magic that, it's going to be good. Adrian Belgrade, 4th of July, nice. Congrats on 10 years yourself. I know. I have to really be honest. My wife is everything. She's the glue that holds everything together. She is the straitjacket that keeps me from,
Squeezing
being
other
insane.
people.
Squeezing other people probably is a better example than the other things I was thinking. So thank you. We don't really have anything terribly, because I'm going to be going that weekend to, like, our anniversary is July 4th.
Oh, right.
July 6th is the Ark Encounter protest.
Oh, right. Darn.
So what would be nice is if we could get like a cruise or something, or something. She doesn't want to do any more cruises. Let's just say, because really, again, let's say like a beach vacation kind of situation instead of a cruise. That would be awesome. And then leave that and fly to the Ark Encounter thing would be fantastical.
That would be amazing.
I just don't see that happening. Yeah, it would. Don't see it happening, but it would be nice. Raven Lunatic said Al Pacino has little bits of corn in it as well. Yeah. I heard you missed some circumcision drama. Well, there was a little bit of circumcision drama. No pictures, though. We didn't have any pictures or none of that business.
Boo.
No, Dr. Troy was on the show Monday, and he apparently performed circumcisions. And most of it was kind of knowledgeable. Well, it was all knowledgeable. It was interesting conversation, all that. Our community, I don't know. I'm going to shut up. I don't know nothing about nothing, whether there was drama. I don't think there was terribly much drama.
Oh, I didn't know. Was there drama?
I think it's essentially about the consent.
Yeah. And I get that. I get it. Like, I don't even have any skin in the game. I don't got a dick.
Literally.
But I can understand where, on one hand, people who have been doing it for thousands of years are like, leave me the fuck alone when it comes to my tradition. It's what I do. It's with me and my God. It has nothing to do with you. But on the other hand, I can see where people who are growing up and have had it done to them go like, well, you didn't fucking ask me. I didn't fucking want, So I see both sides, and I'm not the expert. I have nothing to say other than I prefer that it not be so just flagrantly done by people. Just do it just to do it. Like it is a serious thing that you should think about and consider before you put your child under the knife, because kids do die from it.
Yeah. That is true. I don't have any skin in the game either, because they took it. Yeah, so that's kind of I don't know. It's just a tough deal. Like you said, as a grown person, I can do whatever I want to me, but doing it to a child, but then again, I'm glad I didn't have to make that decision and go through it as an adult. Anyway,
it's worse as an adult. Having to do it as an adult is a lot more difficult, because when your wiener gets hard, you're going to pop a stitch or whatever the hell they probably sealed up with some glue or something. So
whatever they do, prayer.
Camel saliva and honey. How about you pray over the penis, and if it circumcises itself, then that's what God wanted.
There you go. Lay on my back, get erect. It'll go skyward. God can keep what he wants.
Exactly.
I really got to fix this color. Let me read these super chats. Miss Non Sequitur for $5. Thank you for the super chat. Miss Non Sequitur says, I hope the rapture is real and comes soon. If we can be free of all the Christians, we might actually be able to fix things around this world. So true. So true. That's true. I mean, there'd be a lot of, but I mean, basically what we normally talk about, none of them would go. One psycho, maybe I started to say Richard Madsen. Haven't seen you in a while, Richard, if you're watching. Maybe Richard Madsen, he's the one guy who got it right. So when rapture happens, it'll be him. Raven Lunatic says, when you start learning to circumcise people, do you start training on small animals first?
Or are babies just small animals?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good. Um,
That's
that's
why
a
they don't
good
have
question.
rights, right?
That's right. That's what I think. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try something here because something may be possibly bothering me. I'm going to go here and maybe here and
Ah,
here.
I know how we can do safe abortions. Just say we're doing circumcisions. We're going to do a circumcision in the womb.
Oh,
And, if something accidentally happens, I mean, that's,
that's weird.
we're just preemptively doing it.
There you go. There you go. That's going to stir up some questions. I have questions.
I have questions too. And I have no answers.
Raven, thank you for the question. That's in the $5 super chat. That's an excellent question. Do you start on animals first?
Guinea pigs.
Huh. You'd have to find something that has a member similar to the human member, I would think.
Yeah, with a little slack.
With a little slack, exactly right.
Gotta have slack to it, like a duck penis. I don't know if is there slack in that thing.
Would a dog penis work? Sorry, Jack. Sorry.
Oh no, not their little red rocket. I don't think that works.
No,
the same.
I don't think that'd work. Well, it's a red rocket, I guess, until you pull it back. I don't know. We haven't taken the Institute device to it yet to find out.
I guess they already have like a little sheath. They already have their own little sheath, but it just works differently.
Maybe, I don't know. Humans don't have a penile bone like other animals. You would have to practice on other primates. There's probably not a line of primates queuing up to go, hey, you know what? Miss Non-Sequitur
science, circumcision science.
Yeah, Miss Non-Sequitur says they have silicone training body parts to practice piercing. Maybe they have the same for baby wieners. I suspect we're probably going to get Dr. Troy back on the show again. I don't know if he, maybe we should avoid. I don't know. Sometimes these topics come up and I just don't know where to fall on them. I am glad it happened to me whenever I was a little baby and didn't have to worry about it.
I know. I just wish we knew, like, does it do something to like their brain, like at all? They used to do it without even anesthesia because they didn't think babies felt pain. Like
the screaming and all that was just ignore that part.
Right. Like idiots. Idiota.
Left-handed Jedi, good one. $2 says, so would reattaching it be called remembering? That's good. I dig it. Thank you very much for that.
Remembering. Oh, I fucking love that.
Well, one of the things I actually made a video now, kidding aside, and so we really haven't terribly been too much kidding about it, but I'm a little on the pro circumcision thing. Of course, I'm always falling on the do it scientifically thing, which is where Dr. Troy comes in. He does it scientifically. However, there are Jewish rabbis out there. I believe they're called mohels, and they're the ones. I'm sorry to any mohels watching. Sorry if I mispronounce the title. But anyway, they have this practice of removing yonder flesh from the infantile peni. That's if there's more than one, I guess. And then they use their mouth to remove any excess hemoglobin that has developed around yonder wound. I say that to avoid the YouTube.
Oh yeah. You gotta. Yeah.
You gotta. And because of that, some of those rabbis have given herpes to newborn infants, and those newborn infants have been deleted. They got deleted because of it.
There's risk.
Oh, really?
There's risk.
There are risks
that people don't take serious because they put the indoctrination above their baby or tradition, whatever it is. They're putting that above their baby, and that is that's an open wound. That is a chance for a child to get some kind of staph infection or what's the skin eating one? What starts with an M. Anyway, a lot of people have it. They don't know they have it. They get a wound and
okay.
it kind of just
MRSA?
won't heal. MRSA, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, MRSA. I mean, bad things to subject a kid to when they're just born.
Yes. Do you know how I know the MRSA thing?
Do you have it?
The evil one. No, I don't have it. I possibly have it sometime.
Right, yeah, you don't necessarily know. Yeah.
My twin brother one time was sending me, because she's a nurse, and he's like, hey man, I got this thing going on. What the deal was is he had like a bug bite on his hand.
Ooh.
And it had gotten swollen and all this business, and he'd get all puffy, and him and his wife would take a box cutter. No, don't look like that. Just don't worry, because they I'm sure they
sanitized it,
rubbing alcohol on it. Yes,
sure.
And then to relieve the pressure, they would cut into his hand. And my wife is like, well, it probably was never a bug bite. It's probably MRSA because of his diabetes, untreated diabetes. His immune system is down. He gets any kind of nick on his hand as he's out driving a cement truck out.
Right.
Because that's what he does. And then, the infection sets in because his body can't handle it. And before long, he thinks, oh, I got a bug bite, MRSA. That's how I know MRSA.
My dad had it, and this is before they knew what it was. And he was in the hospital for a couple weeks as his arm was just getting gankier and
really
grosser. Yeah, it was scary.
Yuck
for sure.
I know.
That was just weird because that was back before people really knew what that shit was.
My grandfather, my dad would tell me the story about my grandfather. He worked in these coal, what are they called? Carbon black plant. But he also worked out all his life outside, and then he noticed he had like a sore on his chest, and it turned out to be cancer, and he died of skin cancer.
Shit!
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
I don't know how that came up. Yes. I used to work in elephant circumcision. The pay was lousy, but the tips were huge. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Raven Lunatic. We appreciate you. I bet they were. Did you carry them in like a bucket, or did you like one fit in a pocket? I've never really looked at how big. Could you get one tip in a pocket?
Chewed on them.
Ryan, I really appreciate where your mind goes in those circumstances.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't know either, but it's hilarious. I'm sure there's a therapist in the audience somewhere who
somebody wants to help me, I'm sure.
Somebody wants to help you. Sumami is here. Good morning, Sumami. Thank you for joining us. Austin Sims, teach your kids good hygiene, and the odds are they will never need to have their foreskin removed. That's true, but that doesn't always, especially like, have you raised a boy? I'm getting them just to bathe. Even with the Nick Dinky is bad enough,
True.
Imagine with it. Yeah, it's just, And then whenever they hit probably like 10 to 14 years old, they're like slimy all the time. Teenage boys, just like always covered in this slime. It's disgusting.
Really?
Apologetics for circumcision. Okay, I didn't know what we were talking about. Move on. Teach your kids good hygiene. Okay.
Yeah.
Christians should. Yeah.
That's the best thing to do is just teach kids the truth. Don't make them ashamed of their body. Teach them the appropriate language for their body. So, there's not confusion between one to the other. That's going to be the best kind of critical thinking adult you can raise.
Yes. And on to our poll.
Show me your poll.
The real poll. Yes, let's alter the direction. I don't even know if we ever got through the first reading of it. So the question of the day is, the rapture is happening. What do you wear? Greased anti-gravity athleisure, super fast ascension. God hates fags t-shirt. I can't believe I said that. Oh my God. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
I even had a hard time making that one. MAGA hat, good Christian attire is part of the rest of it. Full devil costume, going down in style. There we go. Not right now, full devil costume going down in style is winning this one at 57%. So Teach them. They're still you guys. Let's see what we're doing over here. Raven Lunatic. Docking is a good thing. Banning is ban circumcision. I got you. Again, that's one of those things that, man, I'd rather leave to other people who are smarter than I am, like the doctor guy. Tim Simmons says, haha, I love kids, but keep them far away from me. Keep them far away from me. Yes. Teens in general are far grosser than you think. I was a teen. I vaguely remember. I've also had a teen, and I just remember how gross teens can be. But, they're just being. They don't know what to be yet. They're figuring out themselves. So, Abuelo is here. God hates figs. Thank you for that. I got to be honest with you. I don't even think that one's. It bothered me when I did it this morning, and it just bothers me now. So I'm
bothered, Chris.
I just went ahead and I deleted that poll. I'm just not comfortable.
I see. I appreciate that. I respect that because we say things like, maybe that wasn't the best. And see, you just handled it real quick, and I respect that.
I know who I was picking on. I just don't feel it.
I know where you were going. It's just perpetuating that word. I really just
figs. Either one. Yes. I used figs. I should have done figs. I'm sorry. I should not have done that one. I got rid of that one. Between that and the whole dwelling too much on the tips situation, this has just not been my best day. I am going to run us a commercial that has nothing to do with either one of those things. And when we get back, we're going to go on Theocracy Watch. Girl, it better not have anything to do with penises.
No penises in sight, everybody. We're here penises.
Okay, all right. Oh my goodness. Let's change the direction of the show. Before we do, though, Raven Lunatic, I haven't looked. It better not have anything to do with a dick tip.
I'm leaving.
What's the oldest you? Maybe I should let. What's the oldest you can be to get a circumcision? I need to know the cutoff date. Thank you for the super chat.
See, Sapien, it's not our fault.
It's not all our fault. I'm changing the change the channel. Let's go.
Flanagan!
Yes, sir. Very disturbing, I know.
Fetch me Father Flanagan.
Your Highness.
You are in the presence of His Holiness, the Pupius Maximus, guardian of the sacred fire hydrant, defender of the holy tennis ball, and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poopsalop the Fifth.
Your Popedom. I heard you have a bone to pick with me.
Condoms, Father Flanagan?
No, thank you. I've got plenty.
That's what I mean. Why are you selling condoms?
Oh, you mean our Pharaoh Sombrero line of condoms. Understood.
You know how we feel about those around here.
Well, they're not to be used by the Catholics, of course.
Not for Catholics?
No, they're part of our Sinner Gonna Sin Lack of Faith outreach program.
A sinner gonna what?
It's like getting the tithe, but from the heretics and the heathens and the atheists.
Oh, well, when you put it like that.
But, Your Highness, this will reflect very poorly on the church.
True. You know what this means, Flanagan?
Warning label. A warning label on the box. Not for Catholics in big letters.
Too subtle.
Instant purgatory if used by Catholics.
I like it. Divine branding.
Excellent, Your Popedom. Will there be anything else?
That will be all. You may leave.
All right, we are back. So there's been some interesting questions. One of the things that's easier to clean argument, I agree. Again, that's not my call. But the whole deal about religion, it's not a tradition I want to keep because of religion. It's a personal hygiene thing for me. Beyond that, I mean, it's a yeah. But I'm whole about the consent thing, and I'm old. I got ways that I'm into, and I need to learn the differences. But I'm willing to learn. So yeah, I'm on the consent track. I'm down. You know, I mean, yeah. I made the argument the other day. Where does it change from being an ear piercing to being an ear? You know, gauging the little girl's ears. You know, who am I to say? I'm just.
And I don't know what to. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, okay, yeah, yep. We could talk about that for a long time.
We could, but we don't want to. We want to talk about other things.
Yes.
Damn it! What was the other thing?
Get the penises out of the road.
That's right.
It's a stumbling block.
Ain't nobody got no time for that. I had a thing up here on the screen that I wanted to show you. I don't want to trip
over no penises.
No, you probably don't. Okay, you sent me something here. I'm going to prepare to get it ready for after the Theocracy Watch. And here we go. I'm going to hit the button. Okay. We will get us some Theocracy Watch for Wednesday.
You're tuned into the Atheist Morning Show on the DAM Network. And this is Theocracy Watch.
Last time we checked in with Texas, it was flirting with theocracy. Now they've put a ring on it, set the date, and mailed the invites. Only the invitations are plastered on the walls of your kid's classroom. Welcome back to Theocracy Watch, where we track how Christian nationalism isn't just influencing policy, it's embedding itself in public schools, one poster at a time. In Texas, the church-state wall isn't just crumbling, it's being bulldozed by Senate Bill 10. We're following up on a previous segment from a few weeks ago, and at the time, it was a proposal to mandate the 10 Commandments in every K-12 public school classroom. Now it's passed the Senate, it's cleared the House with amendments, and it's on its way into becoming law. The bill requires a 16 by 20-inch display of a specific English version of the 10 Commandments to be clearly visible in every classroom statewide. And it won't be long before religious groups start arguing over which version is correct. Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, because even they can't agree on how the commandments are numbered or even interpreted. Especially ironic, considering the first commandment itself admits the existence of other gods. Notably, the first half of the commandments is entirely about their God's ego, no other gods, no idols, no taking his name in vain. But there's nothing about consent, nothing about slavery, rape, or child protections. Lawmakers claim it's about values, but even many Christians believe Jesus fulfilled these laws and are no longer binding. So why force them into classrooms? Especially when the commandments themselves leave massive ethical gaps. The only ones with any real use, don't steal, don't kill, don't lie, are just basic social contracts. The rest, worship rituals and control tactics. We had to pass actual laws to protect children, ban slavery, recognize consent, and ensure civil rights. Because the 10 Commandments treats women and children like property and openly condones slavery. And get this, consider precisely how much this defies the Constitution, because the Texas House added an amendment that says the state will pay the legal fees for any public school that gets sued over it. Marinate on that for a hot second. They're mandating religion in classrooms and pre-approving the lawsuits they've already decided that you, me, the taxpayer, will pick up the tab. It's not a mistake, it's the model. And religion is the weapon. Your rights are the target, and Project 2025 is the plan. Instead of values-based education, kids are getting state-sponsored indoctrination, plastered on the classroom walls under the illusion of morality. The covenant is expired, the commandments are performative, and the government has no business mandating mythology as law. When the state picks a religion, it stops serving the people and starts serving itself. So keep asking questions, folks. And until next time, stay curious.
I saw that myself. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we did kind of briefly, I think, was it yesterday or maybe even Monday we briefly mentioned it, but I didn't get a chance to, yeah.
Yeah, I saw in the news there was Texas. Yeah, and now you've got these outshared.
Yes, I mean, I thought, well, okay, if they have to be plastered into school classrooms, I had some ideas on how teachers could put them on the walls.
All right, and here we go. I'm going to share this screen with everybody. The 10 Commandments. I'll let you read these out. I'll let you drive.
And of course, this is AI, so please don't pay attention necessarily to the 10 commandments themselves.
Oh,
But I thought the sign, you could put, over the sign, not a legal document.
Oh, good idea.
Why not?
Good idea. Why not?
Okay, a list of fictional characters: Zeus, Santa Claus, Frodo, Moses, Hercules. Hey, Moses wrote the 10
Ooh.
commandments, but he's a fictional character. Where does that leave the 10 commandments?
Good point. I like that one.
Just straightforward. Expired covenant. I think that one says it pretty clearly.
It does. Hey, while we're on that, all right, let me pause for just a moment. I'm going to read this super chat. Raven Lunatic says, why is Texas called the Lone Star State? Because you can't leave a 0-star rating. That's true. They're proud of that 1 star, though. They really are. Okay, I want to mention, here's a question I have for some Christians. Why is it that they want the 10 commandments? And I'm going to press this too. I'm going to try to remember this, and I'm going to make a video or some business because this is important. Why is it that they push the 10 commandments and not the Sermon on the Mount? I thought this didn't have anything to do with Jesus. This is the expired covenant, as you so creatively called in this.
It's very confusing.
Yes.
And again, it's mostly about God's ego and how to worship him, how to perform, worshiping his strict one God practice, and skipping over the hey, maybe kids should have rights, maybe women should have autonomy. How about that?
Yeah, remember to keep the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Who? That's such a waste of an opportunity right there.
Yeah, who gives a F? How does that help me? How does that make a civil society?
How does that do anything? One thing that made things better for all of society was the uncontested divorce. Making uncontested divorce a thing where women could get free of an abusive man. That was more beneficial than anything on this list.
Right.
Also, Nitty is here. Good morning, Nitty. Thank you for joining. I want to say, while I got Nitty, I'm going to take this off screen. We'll come back to this just a moment. I want to say this because I got Nitty.
The last one isn't even important.
Oh, is there one more? Just one more?
Yeah, it just basically says Moses was a fictional character, which I already kind of said. So.
Got that one. So I was figuring out the other day. Now, if you've watched my show for any amount of time, we often have people come in and they're like, you know what? You shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, and tell me how to do my show. And there's very little that pisses me off more than telling me what to do on my show. Even if I'm wrong, oftentimes I'll be like, screw you. So knowing that, the other day I saw one of Nitty's streams. And it was about the Derek Lambert thing. Now, at this point, the only thing I had seen was Derek Lambert's side. I had no idea about nothing. And I just had seen Derek Lambert's side. And now, if you've watched Derek Lambert's side, actually, Nitty went over very well the other day. If you just watch it, there's this, I feel, because I've seen both, a skew of what really happened. And whenever I'm walking into Nitty's thing, I'm like, man, what's going on? Why are y'all being this way? Would if I have Derek Lambert on my show, are you not going to come to my channel? And he's like, probably not, And I'm like, well, shit, And I'm like, well, hell. And then I started, all right, so I'm going to shut up and listen. And I shut up and I listened because I try to be the kind of person with an open mind. And I watched Nitty just destroy that video. And it was very enlightening about the things that have gone on. And there's still more to learn. There's still other things, other people involved that I only glancingly know about. And I'm really trying to navigate this and go, what the hell is going on? I know I don't let people now that I know what happened, I have a different answer to that question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really good. I appreciated it. And I'm not in Sapient. I'm not asking anybody. Nobody has to choose sides here. That's not what I'm asking. That wasn't
right. No.
At least for me, you may find other people who draw on hard lines like that. I'm just not going to watch.
But here's the deal.
I'm not going to watch. That's all.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're right. But here's the thing, though. Sapient, if you're Team Derek, I understand. Go to Nitty's channel and watch the video. And at the end of the video, see if you still feel the same way. I'm just saying, go watch. Now, there's passions. Nitty's passionate. There's people in the chat who are passionate. A lot of us at the time, like I said, I'm still learning. Who knows? I might learn something more about the situation tomorrow. There's something, I mean, it was something that happened a long time ago. And like, hey, if that happened a long time ago, why is this still going on? And then, like, I don't know. There's just shit that's beyond me. And anyway, so Nitty, that's awesome. Nitty says, thank you for the support. Oh, cool. We disagreed on that earlier conduct stuff and we were cool. Well, that's because we didn't, again, thank you for letting me know. I was unawares. And then again, it's still like the same thing. You know, what the hell, people? Oh.
I think it all could have been avoided if just 2 years ago he would have been up front and said, look, this is what I'm doing. This is my channel. This is what I choose. And if you don't like it, then I guess that we part ways. Had that happened, yes, the people would have parted ways, but it wouldn't been brought up 2 years later. And now people are frustrated because, like, hey, so these past 2 years, you actually didn't mean what you said. Like that's fine. You're an individual and you can choose to be friends. And like, I'm not asking people to change their life for me, but I'm confused because you didn't mean what you said. So now I don't know what to think. That's just how I feel. I don't know what to think.
Yeah, that's and again, there's more that I don't even know about yet. I haven't gone back and watched Maya's stream about it yet.
Yeah.
And there's other
for everything when it first kicked. Like I was there when everything first kicked off, so I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know. Why you not tell me these things?
Well, I'm Muchi's with all these people, and we're in Captain Dabpool, Jessica, Correa.
I did not know.
We were like in an atheist friend group.
Wow. So I didn't know.
Yeah. And I still love Derek. I'm not, that doesn't change. I'm not a light switch, and I'm not asking people to hate anybody or do anything. It's a topic of conversation because it came up. I didn't bring it up. Derek made a video. So I didn't do anything.
Oh, right.
He made a video and we responded.
Right. I mean, he made a video for all the community to see, and you don't make a video like that. I'm leaving the atheist cult. Right. Without expecting us to talk about it on the show.
Yeah. That's just that's how social media works.
Right.
We converse over topics.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I just, I've always thought highly of Derek, but I don't really know anything about Derek. I don't know anything. I still don't know anything about Derek. I mean, my life hasn't changed any. Derek didn't interact with me before. Mm-hmm. He's got this super big channel. As a little channel creator, you'd love any kind of stroking you could get from a big channel like that.
Stroke me, please.
That's right. I mean, there's never been any, but I know how I feel about things. I know how I feel about Black people and how they should be treated. And I know how I feel about racist people and how if you are or were a racist person and you've really seen the light, there are some things you should do or change. There's ways you should change that should be obvious. Now, there's this guy. He looks like he's probably 15 years old, but he's not. Dean Withers, you may have heard of him. He's a young-looking man, probably in his 20s, blonde, really handsome young man, plays the piano, plays the guitar, and he debates Christians. He has a phone thing where it's like, one atheist versus 100 Christians, and he debates them live on his thing. And, I mean, absolutely fantastic. He has talked about the things that you have to do. He used to be a racist, and there are these 3 things that you have to do to recover and change and be a better person from that. And if you don't do those 3 things, then you can't really say that you're a racist. And I got to be honest, I didn't really pay any attention to that. I don't remember what they were. I just remember that he did them, and it's very cool. And those are the kinds of things that Robert Price should have done. And if we just want to get briefly, and I'm going to get back to, I didn't know about certain things, X, Y, and Z. That's great and cool. What really got my attention, though, was whenever, and this is last week, 5 days ago, he drops his video. And in this video, he talks about how he didn't vote because he doesn't know who's worse, better, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. I'm like, you don't know. That tells me a lot about you as a person. you know? So
Yeah, that's that was a little bit shocking to me. And listen, people don't vote. And again, I'm not going to go into your house and hold your hand and make you vote. But to back it up with saying the reason you didn't vote is because you don't know who's worse, that is where I took it a bit personal, because I literally have been talking on my channel. We've made Theocracy Watch about everything that conservative Christians are doing to, I mean, this doesn't just affect women. I mean, it affects all of us. But again, there's like a hierarchy, and he's at the top where he's going to be more protected. But like, he has to remember he has kids to protect and a wife to protect as well. And this is affecting them directly. Do you want 10 commandments in the class? Maybe he's okay. I'm going to shut up there.
I don't know. Nitty points out very, very well here in the chat. Derek says, I don't know. He doesn't know about politics. He doesn't know about this other guy's politics. He doesn't know about Trump and all these politics. And yet, also, click over here to subscribe. I've created a new political channel
where I got like 75,000 followers. I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm thrilled. I'm actually thrilled that like we were able to watch him from jump to grow. Like I just thought it was growing a different way. I'm just disappointed. That's all.
Well, we have to think about it. Some people can be disappointed about this, and I am, maybe based on what I know. Just based on what I know right now, I am. More knowledge makes me change my mind. You know? But it's going to be hard to say. We need atheist people on the other side of the aisle who can engage with right-wing atheist people. And that's as easy and nice as I can make it. Maybe he'll appeal to that group. I don't know. Nitty, do you do Discord?
Yeah, or where are y'all at? Because I'm looking for a goddamn Discord. I'm in 20,000 Discords, and I'm just trying. Where the goddamn Discord where we can talk?
Yeah, I mean, we've got my Discord. I mean, we were talking actually even before Durante left the channel. We were talking about getting Nitty on the show. And I mean, I'd even like it more so now if we could get the opportunity to get you on the show. I'd just like to get with you somehow. And Discord's kind of the main way to do it. So mostly for Warcraft. Well, if you've popped into Vic's shows, he says he's popped into Vic's shows. If you've popped into Vic's shows, then you're in the server. I can find you. I'll send you a friend request, and we'll see about getting you on this show. Don't do that, Chris. We'll get you on the show. If you're down, if you're around, you're up and available, we'll have you on the show. Get some thoughts. I'd love to know more about this. There are other things about this that I still don't know that I really probably just need to ask Ryan. I'm going to run a very long commercial because I didn't know you knew everything. You didn't tell me you knew anything. And now I find out you know everything. I'm like, why don't you tell me nothing?
Because I feel as if if I talk about it, I'm trying to, like, Sapient Sepaplot, it seems like he's upset that like I even have an opinion, or maybe he's talking to somebody in the chat. That could be just like I'm just reading it and he's talking to somebody, or they're talking to somebody in the chat. But it feels like when we discuss stuff, people go like, oh, here we go. Like you can't have a conversation because I don't know. I don't understand why people want to shut down conversations. I'm not trying to throw stones or stab people in the back.
I get you now. Well, but that's true. But we don't
ex-cult girly, because people throw the word cult around, and I think you need to understand that as somebody who is traumatized by cult like language, this is not a cult. That's why shut the fuck up, Ryan. Shut up.
Well, here's the deal, though. We are atheists. That's true. And the whole there's atheist dogma, blah blah blah. I get this. We're also a left-wing group. We're obviously liberal left-wing nutbags. Period. And you can be an atheist. Right. You can be an atheist, and you, just because you can be an atheist does not mean look at you. I don't know what that means.
Sorry, I was just looking at Bruce.
You can be an atheist and you can still be a racist piece of shit. You can be an atheist and you can still be a homophobic racist piece of shit. You can be an atheist and you can still be an anti-trans homophobic racist piece of shit. just because you're an atheist doesn't mean that you're cool in all atheist circles. And if that's what you're referring to, then this is going to be a hard place to live, because I don't put up with weak. I mean, you can come in here and be an atheist and just talk crazy, racist, B plus pro Derek. Just go do that somewhere else. You know, I mean, and I still have more to learn.
I do too. I have so much to learn, which is why I'm very cautious about what I say. I want to use my platform as wisely as I can. I already have one focus, which is trying to fucking take down Christianity. So that's where my loyalty laws with, you know, J-dubs and things of that nature. I don't have the energy to try to direct it towards changing someone's heart. They feel how they feel, and I just wish I knew that 2 years ago. That's all, plain and simple. Just wish I knew then what I know now.
Yeah. Well, there's still more to learn. A lot more to learn. And there's something about what we're doing here in our relationship is that we, in our community, is that it's a growing, developing community. I've learned that given almost any opportunity, I will say something stupid.
Well, today you kind of did that, Chris.
I kind of did. I'm like, but you
literally caught yourself. You literally was like, maybe I should. And that's how it works. You literally do you know how many times I've said stuff and I'm like, rewind, please, can I eat that?
Yeah. That's not good. This is not good. This is not. Well, whenever, of course, I mean, when I was going through it and I read it here, I was like, oh shit, really? Debates are worthless. Says, look at the trees. You know, I'm learning on the debate side. There's some interesting things. I want to learn to. I don't know, if I'm not going to debate someone, I don't want to be too arrogant and shitty about it. You know, there's this notion of I'm above you and I'm better than you and I'm too good to debate you, and I don't want to be that person. You know, I want to. You know. That's a thing. That's apparently a thing. That's just not me. I don't really feel that way about other people. Plus, if I think you're stupid, I'll tell you. I have very little patience for that sort of thing.
You're stupid. I know. And then like the Christians are like, oh, ad hominem. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm human, so I think you're like, therefore you're dumb. Like, I think you dehumanized me first, pal. I'm just punching back.
That's right. Well, at some point we lose. So yeah, I'm willing to go, you know what? You win, I lose, ad hominem, you're a stupid, and just, you know, I've probably done that more than once. Brent, hey, you and Sapient Cephalopod are going, I'm not even sure the chat, my friends, is going pretty good. I'm just hoping you guys got that handled. Look at who just walked in the door and who is getting a bath today. Papa is taking this little guy for a shower because he is getting filthy. We're taking him to the getting beautified next week.
Like
next week. But between now and then, he needs a bath because he's just rough. You want to get down there? Okay, go on. There's our Dolly dog.
You should wash him with purple shampoo.
I love that idea.
And then make him like bright white.
That's a good idea. The evil one would enjoy that. Hard determinists is anyone who's intolerant of another one's beliefs are bigots. It's the definition, and we should not use it as a weaponized. Well, I guess technically, if that's the definition, I mean, anyone who is intolerant of another person's beliefs is a bigot.
So if I'm intolerant of Christians wanting to put 10 Commandments in the classroom, I'm a bigot?
I think probably maybe technically so.
Oh.
Is that right? Well, it doesn't even have to go that. I mean, that is one way, though. It's the whole, like we were talking about before on the show, as the whip comes down on you and you're like saying, stop hitting me, they're going, oh, I'm offended. You've offended my belief system because my God tells me I'm supposed to get to beat you. Yes, I'm supposed to be able to enforce my religion upon you and your children. Publicly in schools and stuff like that. I see Nile Guy says, I'm intolerant of stupidity. Good morning, Nile Guys. I hope I'm saying that right. Nice to see you.
Which is why I'm intolerant of myself half the time.
Sometimes. I don't say it. You got to use a nice voice when speaking to yourself. Just saying.
You're a
The
nice
crazy
idiot.
atheist Chris. Yes, you're a nice idiot. Or at least a useful idiot. I don't.
You know what? Honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm a useful idiot. That's fine.
That's probably how Putin sees Trump, right? As a useful idiot.
Did
Or
you see
did,
Trump
anyway.
when he was asked about Putin annihilating? I don't know how many people died in Ukraine. He dropped them bombs and stuff. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with that guy. I've known him for years. He's always been a good guy. Like,
Yeah.
are you okay, buddy?
How could you not know? This is exactly what I mean.
A dictator.
I would really
killing
like to see. Yeah, I would love to see their relationship collapse because I believe that Vladimir Putin had a lot to do with Donald Trump's ascension and how he maintains power. And I think Vladimir Putin could probably absolutely destroy Donald Trump with just a few truths. That's my thinking. I'm just a thinking person. If I was a thinking person, that's what I was going to think. We're going to take a break real quick. Take a break. Let's see here what we've got. Raven Lunatic donated $5 to a super chat and says, I'll always argue about the weight of things. I'm a mass debater. Oh man, he got me.
I knew you were.
He got me. I didn't even see that one coming until it came off the tongue. I'm a mass debater, as in
mass.
Somebody touches it.
That's really fun. Did you make that up? Because I have to tell you, that's good.
That was a little clever. I didn't even get it. I mean, I didn't get it until after I'd said it. My brain registered. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a minute. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to get some coffee. Let's give you some Wild Bill.
Woo woo.
Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally, I am Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie? Run along, little doggy. Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, you know, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. Ah, I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare. Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism? Indeed I do. Bear witness. Oh, this is going to be good. This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. And all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel, about how, people... So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer, ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed. Bill, that's not... Okay, carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves. I don't think. And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end. Bill, oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
Like
We're
Derek
back.
saying, he's
Sorry. We were in the middle of a conversation, trying to avoid getting that all wrapped up here. We'll continue this later as we explore. Now, I have to Photoshop Barbara Bush the wrestler. That sounds interesting. I wonder if you could just
Barbara
AI
Bush?
that if you do that. Is that Barbara Bush the wrestler?
oh,
Clap your cheeks, Bomb Poppy. Clap your cheeks. Okay, so let me see what else we have got going on now. So for those of you who are unaware, now Texas, let me ask, because my brain is sometimes a little scattered. Is it now in Texas to where they have to have the 10 Commandments in every classroom, or are they still working on it? Do you know?
I think we're almost. It's not been signed.
Almost there.
Yeah, it's not been signed by the. Is it by the governor? I think that just needs its signature.
Yeah.
So we're practically there. I don't know if there's something that can stop it before that happens.
And he'll sign it.
Great, but
I could have swore that's how I learned about it, was something about saying he had signed it. Let me see what I can
oh
find.
well, maybe he did, because I was writing it over a period of last day.
No
or
doubt.
something.
Yeah, it's been going fast.
Mhm. Jeez, oh grief. Yeah, so the only thing I can think of is it has to be visible in the classroom. Put it upside down, put it on the ceiling, just do something fucked up with it.
Man. Okay, so it says yes, the Greg Abbott. I asked if he has signed the bill. It says he's current governor of Texas and is expected to sign the bill.
Okay, so it's
passed both by the House and Senate. All you bastards have betrayed the people.
And like I said, they added that amendment so that way the taxpayers would have to pay for any lawsuits.
That's right. To defend a religion in court.
Yeah.
To defend a religion's right in court to put their religious nonsense in front of our children.
Stop it, Obi. Is that a joke?
What did Obi say?
Oh my God. That'll be my theocracy watch for tomorrow. He said that the GOP introduced a bill to regulate the online sale of dildos because that will help protect the kids. If that is true, they're going to stop. They're going to monitor dildo sales. Kids need food in school.
These are not the things these people need to be worried about. I mean, I don't know if you are probably old enough to remember, but I remember where like porn shops were limited, regulated very heavily. You know, you couldn't go buy. I mean, there was some place where we're heading that way. You know, what's it called? That movie, that show, The Wives' Tale. Is that right?
Oh, the
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
We're heading
looking
to
like it.
Full-blown theocracy.
That's ridiculous. So many people, again, like I keep telling you, this is going to create such an economic crisis for people because as YouTube channels are taken down and money streams are stopped, or people who, you know, a lot of women or people just sell or have sponsorships like
Apostate Sisters.
Punk Apostate. I don't know. He has like Adam and Eve or whatever that's called, the online thing. Yeah, so he kind of like has a commission thing with them. Money for him is going to stop it possibly if they do this kind of rigmarole.
Very true. Very true. I mean, it's going to be hard on a lot of, no pun intended.
It won't be hard on people. They won't be able to have a hard on.
That's
they're gonna make it criminal to have a hard penis.
No, they won't.
Actually, yes. Hard penises will be, you'll have to have a hard penis. That will be the legal.
the blue pill. I mean, they'll be shooting those blue pills out. We don't want to infringe on old white men's penis pills, but all those toys can't have that no more. Selective sexual oppression. Horrible, deplorable violence is okay as long as you don't use a dildo. That's true. I've been saying that for a while now. YouTuber Grudge. Cirrus has the playground sponsorship code Cirrus still active. Oh, really? That's cool. That's interesting. Of course, I mean, I've looked towards getting sponsorships for the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I've never thought about getting a Adam and Eve sponsorship, but why not? I mean, we're like regulars. They'll be like, "Hi, Chris, you again?" Yes. My old butt plug wasn't flanged enough. Haven't seen in a day or two.
Oh, that's bad.
I know. But it glows, so we'll know when it comes out.
You're lightning.
We're like, why does Chris's belly button light up? That's a long story. And you can see the video of that on the OnlyFans link down below. Very true. It's all about carnal pleasures. That's right. I really would like to. I'm going to open up my thing here. I want to find Nitty. I'd like to see about getting Nitty on the show. I want to mention that next Tuesday we are going to have Kelly Laughlin on the show from the ACA. I'm sure.
I said I was going to send him a message and I forgot. Oopies.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You better respond before he comes on the show.
Oopsie doozies. Yeah, I better.
It'll be awkward. No, just go with my. Oh, I didn't get that message. I'm sorry. Or you could say, I thought I responded. That's there you go. We plotted it out. So
I would say I don't know how to use Discord because that is the truth.
Yeah. It's takes a little time. It does. Jeanette's boxing channel. I'm Christian, but love you guys. You help me see another perspective. That's wonderful, Jeanette's boxing channel. Glad you could join us and glad you're awesome instead of, like sometimes we get non-awesome people. But you've been awesome. So thank you for being awesome. Adrian Belgrade, Mr. Weed, Eastern or West. Okay, you guys got your own thing going on. I need aggressive double flare for my butt plugs.
I want a suction cup base.
There you go. Something you can stitch to your chair.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Velcro to your chair. I don't know. Then you have to make sure you really clean it.
If I move and you hear this.
That's right. It should be squishy, not rippy. Hard Determinist, Daily Atheist Morning Show should have Father Flanagan demo Adam and Eve toys. Great video idea. Well, I don't know. I can't really do that because that's Adam and Eve, and Father Flanagan's has his own line of sexual health products coming soon, and that would be conflict of interest. So I am actually going to have some products that Father Flanagan will. Now I don't know if Adam and Eve was willing to pay Father Flanagan some real legitimate coin. I could see doing some Father Flanagan's commercials. As part of our Sin Are Gonna Sin line of outreach program.
There you go. That is the crossover we need,
That's probably would. I mean, as long as it puts me on a cruise ship somewhere, I don't know. I've maintained for quite some time I can be bought. I am cheap. Promethean Otaku. I've been watching more deconstruction content and realizing that a lot of it makes more sense than just believing what the church says. That's Raven Lunatic says, what does a dildo and tofu have in common? They're both meat substitutes. That's a good one. I don't eat either. Oh yeah. Why? Because Deconstruction Zone is a very good channel. Deconstruction Zone, man. I always recommend Justin's work. Yeah. I do want to get Dr. Kip on the show.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on his show because I look stupid. They're like 3-hour-long shows of people with degrees and stuff.
Like, can you read this word in Hebrew?
I'd be like, I can't read it in English. And I'd be blaming my accent all the time. Like, I could say that word, but I'm from Texas,
Oh man!
But yeah, I bet maybe I could get him to come on my show. And that would be interesting.
That
We
would
could
be
have some fun there.
interesting. Yeah, I
And then maybe
fan of his
Dr.
personal.
Dr. Josh.
I love Dr. Josh.
Yeah, I'd like to
He's
have Dr.
one of my
Josh on.
favorites too.
He usually pops in the chat and goes, "Oh my God, what's going on here?" And then he leaves. I don't know.
And then he always does. He does the pop in, drop out.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I was
Pop in,
here."
he's like, "My therapists are standing by for you, Dr. Josh, for you."
They're a good
It's okay,
team.
you
I love them together. If something happens,
they-
like that would ruin my life.
Wow. I'd have to catch up with him. I want to have him on the show. Nancy says our interview with Justin from Deconstruction Zone will be up soon, as will Rion's.
Oh, yay!
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. If you're not subscribed to Nancy and the Apostate Sisters, go
You better
subscribe to
do
them.
it.
They are fantastic. Some of my funnest people. I really enjoy them. Nancy's naughty funny. So's Patty. Patty's naughty funny too.
Oh yeah.
That's
actually a queef trees. What are we thinking about?
I was just talking good about you, Nancy. Queef. The deepest hell is here. Good morning, Dr. Troy says, "Oh my God, what's going on here?" That's what I said. I personally am traumatized as well.
Queefer Southern. Queen Laqueefa.
Is that a barking spider or what?
Oh man.
You recently, if I remember correctly, let me look here. If I remember right, Rion recently dropped a video. You dropped a video most recently.
I did, and I have a video coming out as a part 2 to that video today.
No way.
I think at like 4:30 or 5 or something. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. Are you talking about the XJW Reacts former cults take on social media will blow your mind video? I'm going to post a link of that here so people can go check that out. That does say part 1.
Parto uno, and then Doso is coming out today.
Yes, part dos is coming out today.
And then I think I might even have a part 3 because there's a whole nother interaction about influencers, and it's really just pathetic. Yeah, man.
It is. I'm going to post links here to your thing. People go watch this stuff. Not now, of course, obviously. We'll pin it.
Sorry.
All right. I mean, you don't have all right, people that bothered her. Don't do it now. Do it later. She'll be okay. So, in case you're wondering who does the voice for our goat in the Goat Candle commercial, now you know.
Just take that little snippet, string it together.
Yeah. Nancy says, if you make a vagina owner queef, you're doing it right. That's right. I mean, yes. And yes, I got other words to say that I'm not probably supposed to say on a family-friendly show. There's a yes.
Is this a family-friendly show?
It's mostly family-friendly. You know? Yes, mostly family-friendly. There ain't no kids watch my crap. And any kids out there, anybody under the age of 18, give us a shout-out so we can have the principal come show up at your house and drag you to school, you slackers. Sapien Cephalopod says, Chris, you will always be the goat here. Thank you. I try to be a goat, the goat, not just the old goat, despite my appearance. I know, and the wider it gets, the harder it is for me to tell people I'm not that old. They don't buy it for some reason.
People have like white hair so young. I love it. I wish I had salt and pepper. I'm hoping for salt and pepper gray hair.
You know, I used to kind of keep the beard knocked back kind of a bit. I got to be honest, with the glasses now and without the beard, I look a lot like Colonel Sanders. If I do just a goatee.
Yeah.
Are you seeing it? You can't unsee it anymore, can you? Yeah, I got problems. I know.
Well, you're probably
I got a little
else. Sorry, buddy.
I'll take it. Oh man. I'll take it. I'll take it. Raven, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says, what do you call a moist queef? A quiche.
Oh, I love quiche.
I was thinking you're actually kind of doing right. It should be really, really extra moist.
Moist.
Anyway, if you're doing it right, I'm just saying.
Do people
Hard to
get
determine
upset
it
about
says
the word moist? Sorry.
some people do. Yeah,
Well,
I've heard.
I love the word moist.
Do you?
I
I understand.
If I say my panties are moist, that's a compliment. Why is that like gross? I don't understand it. It's the Sahara Desert. Is that better for you?
I don't know.
There's lots of camels down there.
HR is zooming in, watching my every move. What's he gonna say?
Tumbleweeds? Lots of tumbleweeds down there. Nothing to fear.
Okay, Ryan. So let's talk about your moist panties. Viewership just went up. I don't know why that happened.
500 watts.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Now that we've got your attention.
Yes, Nancy, moist is the best word invented.
I think there's like a bar of like who's like all frigid, from frigid to freaky deaky. And how well you embrace the word moist is where you land on the frigid to freaky deaky line.
Oh.
What did you see? Did you see something of interest?
Sumami said, the Sahara Desert, did someone pull up an image of Ben Shapiro? That will dry coochies for miles.
Right? Or Charlie Kirk, is that his name?
Oh, yeah,
Oh my
Charlie
God.
Kirk.
Oh, the face on that guy.
What is up with all these dudes who debate like teenagers? What is wrong with you? And these teenagers hand them their ass half the time, but I just don't
and
get it.
lose. That's right. Dean Withers, right? That's the guy I'm talking about. He debated.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, he looks like a teen. He's probably not a teen, but he looks like a teen. Anyway, yeah. So Nancy said moist is a good word. You said moist is a good word. Do a chat poll and ask if we like moist, the Daily Atheist. I'll do it. Yeah, that should have been the poll. Okay, so let's see here. Before we do this, we'll go 72% of you wonderful people said yes, I rock. Yes, but it's over, so I came here. I did that to myself. All right, end poll. Okay, now we're going to do a new poll. Start a poll.
I need to
and
know.
We're going to go. How should we phrase this? Do you like the word moist? Is that plain enough?
Yeah.
Phrasing is important.
Yeah.
Okay. Just okay. All right.
How do you feel about the word moist? Yeah.
Oh, how do you feel about the word moist? I dig it. How do you feel about the word moist?
Now I don't like musty. Musty. Look at the tree, said moist and musty.
Yes, moist and musty are different. They are different. Musty implies like
I think
like a degradation, like something's degrading, derotting, like rot, sort of like rot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no. I'm gonna go yes. I like the word moist. Yes.
I need a
Flood me, baby.
for that wet ass pussy.
That's right. No, I'm a conservative.
Get my mustache. Look at the trees.
Look at the trees say. Let's go no. Moist is yucky.
Lieutenant.
Remember we were talking earlier about this being a family-friendly channel?
I'm just
saying.
Out the window.
And we're gonna go yes, no, and then we'll go maybe. We'll do that. Maybe. All right. Let's just do it. Let's find out. I'm as eager to see what happens as you are. Let's see what happens. So let's find out how many people think the word moist is bad. I actually added like, yes, flood me, baby. Wow, 100% rocking so far. 16 votes. 81% of you say yes.
Oh, it's climbing.
6% of you don't know how to please a woman.
Oh man, it's yucky. Now are we shaming people? Are we moist shaming? I do not want to moist shame anyone. That's not what I'm about.
So, and I don't know why, but there really are some people that don't like the word, and it has nothing, I believe, to do with sex. I could be wrong. Je ne sais pas.
I mean, moist cake.
Tasty.
Now, if you're talking about a moist shirt, yeah, I might. Well, I mean, what t-shirt content? But you know what I'm saying? Like that would be uncomfortable. But a moist vagina.
But not to look at.
Delicious.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time finding out where the word moist is bad. That I don't know. The rash is still moist. That's probably good. Um, you don't want that to dry out.
The gash is moist. That would...
No, I said the rash. Moist gashes are good. Have you not been paying attention?
Oh, Raven said he's getting moist.
You should have that looked at. I think sphincter control has something to do with that, Raven. Pussy is not the only thing that gets moist. Raven. Oh, man.
My bussy.
Trust me, I've been on both sides. Men don't know how to please women. That's true.
Oh,
you know, I've been wondering what to start a course on. And I think you just hit me.
There you go.
The wife be like, "Oh no, honey, you need to be taking a course, not starting a course."
Oh gosh.
Squeeze them twice and I'm done. X-rated damn makes you moist. I know, right? Everything is moist if you spit on it.
Oh.
Natural lubricant right there. Especially if you've been doing some Copenhagen. It just kind of might sting a bit. I'm just saying. Deviant Outcast says, my social science teacher in 9th grade told us she preferred her men smelling of sperm and sperm. I didn't know that, but sharing is caring.
Ew, your 9th grade science teacher said that smelling of sperm and sperm is how she preferred her men to smell?
That's weird. I mean, no, we don't king shame here much, unless you cross it.
That might have been child abuse.
Were the men did they consent in being stunk up like sperm?
I hope she wasn't talking about the kids in her class.
Yes. Yeah. And why is she telling that to her kids in her class? So I guess it's a question that might come along. That's a question for the authorities, though.
Indeed.
Deviant Outcast says it was supposed to say sweat, sperm, and sweat.
Oh.
Oh, man. Okay.
That
makes
double
more
sperm.
sense. I mean, it's not much better.
What does sperm smell like? Does it really have a smell? I mean, after it gets like musty, it might.
Musty? You know, that's an excellent question. I think we should turn to our poll now. What happened to the poll? Oh, I deleted it. Yes, I did delete it. Never mind. That was a stupid poll. Stupid poll.
So what? 74%. But this poll, 74%
different
so far.
poll. I'm sorry, different poll. Yes, I like this poll. Yes, 74% say flood me, baby. No, say 11% moist is a yucky word. Deviant Outcast, though, that was it was supposed to say sperm and sweat.
So we have 15% we still need to convince. We have to coerce.
Roughly, there's maybe, yes. It's really a matter of like, once you've, well, no, I guess I'm going to shut up now.
Oopies. All right, so give us bad examples of where the word moist is a bad example. Yes.
Raven says, Raven, I don't want to know. I'm not reading that. If you put money behind that, I'm still not reading it. She can read it. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'll let her do it. She's.
No, thank you. I'm good. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm not obligated to read everything. Yeah, that's between you and your God.
Exactly.
Deviant Outcast. You're an unwed spinster. Well,
Rainbow Ash says picking up a moist sock.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I like that answer. I mean, I don't like those answers, but that's a good answer. Yeah. Or getting your socks moist. I mean, if it's on your feet.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. Don't like it.
Yeah, I hate wet socks. Now, if you're getting it moist while it's on your willy, that's a whole different story. It's probably why it's on your willy. Lucifer Lucero has, what's that?
I said, careful you don't get brush burn.
That's true. You got to work fast. Lucifer Lucero, thank you for subscribing to the channel.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Daily Atheist Mission. Damn, I'm paying too much attention to the chat. Just burned my breakfast. Oh no! Don't be burning your breakfast.
I'm hungry.
Says believe in Jesus. Rapture soon. Thank you for pointing that out.
Rapture.
Right. We're ready. We're ready for it. I say I want to get all their cool shit because some Christians got some cool shit. I mean, because they're all pervs. They got all the cool pervy stuff. I know, Raven. I know. But I said I wasn't gonna. I said she can. I will let her. I will even highlight it on her screen. That way later on I can play it back nice and slow.
I will say it. From Raven Lunatic, $2. He says sperm tastes better than it smells. And thus far we have 4 people who agree.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that post had thumbs up. Raven, that's
6 people. It's climbing.
I mean, you're all right. Good morning, Michael Wolf. I hope you're okay. Did you just get here? I hope you missed all the rough parts.
Have we harmed you?
Have you been harmed by the show? Therapists are standing by. Go Rapture.
But
What's that?
They have no training, but whatever.
Right. That's true. We're trying to get little microphones for them. Ollie is really the best. Caviar that's been left on the table outside overnight in the heat.
Oh, that's probably disgusting.
Yeah. It does not sound enticing.
No, I don't like caviar as it is, but let alone.
Yeah.
Well, I've never had it, but I don't want to have it. I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah. Pass. Yes. Hard pass. I'll pass.
Yes.
Sapient cephalopeds. Sapient cephalopod said, I'm going to have to call RFR after this. Is recovering from religion.
Oh, you dumb shit. Of course. Duh.
Yeah, I think so.
That makes sense.
Rainbow Ash. That's interesting. I'm not going to, you guys can, I'll let you guys just,
sometimes sperm tastes like watery ranch dressing.
Ryan doesn't even flinch. She's just like,
I'm trying to think of the taste. It's salty. It's a little salty. Yeah.
You and the evil one. That's hilarious. YouTuber Grudge. You guys are picking on me today. Raven says I'm a good psychoanalyst. Now that's a good one. I can do that.
I'm an analyzer.
There's this whole section for you at adamandeve.com in the pegging department.
Hire us, Adam and Eve.
What's that? Pyrex?
Does it hire us?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hire us, Adam and Eve. Yeah, we are for sale. Rusty trombone. Oh my goodness. Yes, I've heard of this. I'm blowing out there you go, Raven. I hope you got that. Watch that over and over again. Deviant, no. I maintain sandwich with tomato cheese and salty caviar. You guys are just, y'all nasty. You just nasty. In a way, though, that's hot. I'll just have to watch a movie about that after. I'm sure there's movies about that sort of thing. What kind of punk do you guys produce? Okay, and on the tomorrow show, we're going to be talking about. Let's see here. Oh shit!
I want a Jesus-shaped dildo.
I'm sorry.
I want a Jesus-shaped dildo.
I believe you can get them on adamandeve.com. I've seen ones with like crucifixes, because those of you who don't know the difference between a cross and a crucifix has Jesus upon it. And it was a crucifidildo.
A crucifidildo.
I guess it would say, yes.
Crucifidildo. That's right.
Then when you think about it, if you turn it around, he would go in head first.
Dive in.
Dive in. Close your eyes, big man.
But he knows us inside and out, so it's like not.
He does now.
If he created us, what's the difference of going in there? Just saying.
He'd be like, Chris, let me talk to you about that polyp. I'm like, no, I'm saving that for later, Jesus. Dildo, that is divine. Crucifix dildos, you beat me to it. That's true. Joe Cool finally showed up. Where the hell have you been, Joe? I mean, says, does anyone know who Chrissy Hansen and Heather Queen are? I hear they are discriminating and racist. I don't. That's not a for here kind of thing. To be honest, I don't know either one of them. The only thing, literally, the only thing I know about them is what I've seen from Derek's video. And that's the only thing I've seen about them. That's all I know about them. Can't say anymore. Raven Lunatic for $5 says, go to Adam and Eve and get a strap-on with an apple on the end of it. That way you can share the apple with your partner. That's an interesting and both, I mean, disturbing idea. Again, there's probably an OnlyFans just for that. You could.
I think there is.
There probably is. Is the deepest hell still here? He's like, oh my God, where do they talk pegging? Can you peg with a crucifix? Can you?
Oh,
they pay extra for that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Get creative with it.
That's already invented.
I'm sure. Oh yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
Have you seen the gimp suits? Scream Catholic. Thank you very much for the super chat, guys. I'm going to read our fan funding for the show today. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to scrounge up some more people for the show. I'm going to go back and rewatch as I can. I'm going to go rewatch Ichabod's stream now that I know more. I just got more to watch and figure out about what's going on in that world.
He's really cool.
I'd never even heard of him. You know,
I don't actually remember how I found him, but it was only a several months ago. I found his.
Really?
Yeah.
It was Dr. Kip, the day Dr. Kip and Josh went over there to shut down their own stream for that. Miss Non Sequitur for $5 says, I hope the rapture is real and come soon. If we can be free of all the Christians, we might actually be able to fix things around this world. That would be fantastic. I still think we need an atheist rapture where aliens come and get us and take us away from all these Christian weirdos. Bless you, my child.
Thank you.
May your spirit not wander from your body.
I hope it didn't.
I hope
you
not.
might have queefed out.
Queefed out. Raven Lunatic for $5 says, when you start your learning to circumcise people, when you begin learning to circumcise people, do you start your training on small animals first? People or animals?
I suggest practicing on yourself.
There you go. And then you could also do two things at once. There's medical sewing. You could learn how to sew it back on.
Exactly.
And then circumcise yourself again later.
Good.
Fun for the whole family. Lasts for weeks. Left-handed Jedi for $2 says, so would reattaching it be called remembering? I like that. That should be put on a hat, I think. Raven Lunatic for $5 says, I used to work in elephant circumcision. The pay was lousy, but the tips were huge. That
Big
led
tips.
to the whole thing. Big tips. Yes.
I love a big tip. Although they're taxed. Sorry. The only tips that aren't taxed are cash. Allegedly.
That's true. So screw you, working people who voted for Donald Trump and fell for the lie.
Thought they were going to make out and get more tips. Nope.
Yep. What's the oldest you can be to get a circumcision? I need to know the cutoff date. Thank you for that, Raven Lunatic.
It's 8 days, I think.
What's that?
I think it's 8 days.
I think it's 8 days. Yes, Yes. I don't know. Wait a second. Can you be a full grown man, go to Mahol or whatever, have him circumcise you, and then thusly suck the blood off your?
Oh, I don't know. I don't.
Is that
yeah,
possible? Why not? I mean, come on. Do they not take their faith seriously? What's wrong with these people? Thank you for the super chats, Raven. Raven for $5 says, why is Texas called the Lone Star State? Because you can't leave a 0-star rating. That's true. Not even a half 0, just 1. And again, they're proud of that 1. Raven Lunatic, I missed this one earlier. Raven, I missed this one. I heard Matthew McConaughey was considering running for Texas governor. He's planning to run an alt-right platform.
All right. I didn't see that one. Was that a super?
I didn't either. It must have come through whenever we were doing a commercial or something. We were sinning or something. We may, yeah, probably came through when we were doing the Wild Bill, and I was asking you about all those evil, wicked sinners who were being evil and wicked, and you were telling me lies.
Oopies.
That's probably what I think that's what it happened.
Sorry, who said that one?
Raven.
Oh, Raven. I'm sorry.
Lunatic.
Thank you.
She's not sorry, Raven. She's not.
Not at all.
Raven for $5 says, I'll always argue about the weight of things. I'm a mass debater. And see, that one got me. I mean, it really did. It did.
That's really good.
I mean, we knew that about you. And I would willingly admit those things. It just, I've it's pretty rare that you can kind of get me. That's why I try to read them as I see them, because, man, sometimes the surprise gets even me too. One of these days, they're just going to cut the channel off. They're going to be like, you read that out loud?
Jesse Bear is back.
Jesse Bear is back. Where's Jesse Bear? She has been.
She said Hub's gone, and I understand that, when you got kids and the Hub gone, it's all on Mama.
Yes. All right. Let me get through these real quick. Thank you all for your feedback. I will reconsider. Derek said sapien cephalopod for $2. I didn't see that one either. Sapien cephalopod. Thank you for that. I'm still learning. I try not to be a jerk. I try to give people.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how we did. I'm sorry. I don't know how we missed these. My apologies.
No, we missed that. Thank you for that, sapien cephalopod. What does a dildo and tofu have in common? They're both meat substitutes. That comes after the show. Raven Lunatic for $2 says, what do you call a moist queef, a quiche, or a queef well done, as they should be done?
Yes.
Now I already refused to read this one once. Can you read this one for us, Ryan? Are you going to read?
Oh, which one is it?
It's the
fan funding. Hold on, let me get to the fan funding. Oh, sperm tastes better than it smells, and we've got
there you go
on that now, folks. 8 likes on the sperm taste.
8 likes on that one. Yes. For $2, Raven Lunatic. Thank you for that. Thank you for confirming.
Good to know. Write that down.
Good to know. Yes. If it ever comes up in a conversation, maybe on Trivial Pursuit night or something, I'll have the answer.
Survey
and then
said.
finally, Raven Lunatic for $5 said, go to Adam and Eve and get a strap-on with an apple at the end of it. That way you can share the apple with your partner.
Oh, see, that's love.
And it is love. I mean, if you can't rub an apple on your partner's colon,
is it even love?
I mean, where can you? I know it's just not love. I'm just saying. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Ryan, for joining me today. We had a great show, fun as always. I missed a lot of the chat. I think you saw Jessie Bear. Tell Jessie Bear to get her butt back here, and we'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Sin safely, my friends. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan here to set the tone. Confession booth busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the ghost in a holy zone. Father Flanagan here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goats, the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the gold